The opening tip goes the way of the Rockets. They'll have it first as we're underway in Houston. Jay, last year, Rockets 65-17. Good for #1 record in the West. What's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. But also, I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he was during the regular season, but those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
Dennis Smith Jr., guarded by Clint Capella. Here's a chance from long range. Can't get the bounce. Harden with it up top. Down 2. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Dallas with the possession. Surveys the floor. Smith to Matthews. Shot clock winding down. Smith to Luka Doncic. 24-second violation. Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers. Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without 2 key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard who can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown, who played at Oklahoma State, extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
To P.J. Tucker. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Smith into the front court. He'll run the offense. A shot rejected by Capella. Tucker.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden. James Harden, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Dallas has it. Smith to Jordan. Smith now knocks it down from mid-range.
And 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Into the front court comes Smith. They're down 3. To Jordan. Nice pass to set things up.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Gordon with it. Looking to make something happen. To Harden. James Harden. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's used playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Mavericks with the possession. Dennis Smith Jr. sizing up Eric Gordon. Here comes the screen. Barnes to Dennis Smith Jr. And hits at the line. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Going to launch beyond the arc. Gordon with it. Leads a bucket. To P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Smith. Flushes it home.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Harden has it up the floor. Goes to the left side. Gerald Green to Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden. He made his first effort, but not that time. 24 wins for the Mavericks a year ago. Jay, I know you can't wait to watch this young backcourt in action.
Yeah, they have the backcourt of the future. And if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, think about this. When's the last time you had an explosive backcourt? Jason Kidd, Michael Finley, maybe? Now think about Luka Doncic and also Dennis Smith Jr. A dynamic backcourt. Both guys can handle. Both guys can shoot. You lose Yogi Ferrell to free agency, but then you also draft a guy in 33rd named Jalen Brunson, who's a tough kid who won a national championship at Villanova. Safe to say the backcourt is going in the right direction for Rick Carlisle.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Smith now into the front court. All tied up, 13 apiece. Here comes the screen. Smith. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Gordon with it. Down just a couple. To Gerald Green. Capella. 5 on the shot clock. Looking for his man. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Deep three at the buzzer. A three-pointer at the buzzer is good. They can check it all they want, but that clearly was fired in time. And it gives them the lead after 1 quarter. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
To Harden. And finishes strong. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Got to be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Smith with the basketball. His team up by 1. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Chris. and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
Think about how smart of a play that is, to have the awareness to get behind the three-point line off the step back.
They'll take 3 over 2 any day of the week. Smith with it up top. They trail by 2. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
New blood coming in for both sides. Jay, he's the one that got away. But why is DeAndre Jordan now right for Dallas?
Because he wants to be there. If you remember Dallas courting him back in the summer of 15, he actually committed to them verbally. And in a calamitous and an emoji-filled turn of events, Jordan actually changed his mind, spurning Dallas to stay in L.A. See, both sides have wrecked.
Not that time. Brunson to Dennis Smith Jr. Deep 2 there, won't go. Carter Williams with it up top. Down by 1. Brunson to Luka Doncic. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Carter Williams with it up top. Down 3. To Chris. With a drop step. Goes reverse to lay it in.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Brunson to Dennis Smith Jr. From long range. And Dennis Smith Jr., he won't miss many of those. Hits the wide open 3.
Well, just the ability to step back and be able to knock that shot down. Think about what that does to the defender, Ed. It makes the defender come out, which leads to the next setup, which is an easy drive to the rim. Look for that one coming soon.
And the result this time, another trifecta. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harden into the front court. Down 4. Working hard on the glass to P.J. Tucker. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Harden. That's good D. Shot no good. Doncic to Dennis Smith Jr. Nice pass to get things going.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Doncic to Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
No doubt about where that one was headed. Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Barnes. Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, had him going there for a second. Count it. And the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Dennis Smith Jr. defended by Eric Gordon. Nothing going here on that drive. Dennis Smith Jr. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Nice.
Footer at the buzzer, and he hits. He'll let one fly from half court. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Mavericks with the lead.
The Mavericks are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks. The Rockets are still very much in this matchup. And they shouldn't feel too discouraged, considering how well they shot the three ball. If they continue to make it rain from long range, it's only going to help them out. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Assists.
The chemistry for each squad has been great today, and that explains the high assist total. Coming out of halftime, I'm interested to see what kind of defensive adjustments are made to limit the easy scoring opportunities.
Player of the half.
Smith has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here we go with the top three plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Smith into the front court. Up 5. Doncic to Harrison Barnes.
Ice.
With a drop step. Fires the three. The rebound belongs to Houston. To Harden. Got it. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
To Harden. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony in Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number 1, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with 2 pass-first type PGs in James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Tucker. To Harden. Barnes to Jordan. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defense by initiating the contact, offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Off the mark on his free throw. Gordon with it. The deficit now up to 5. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Gordon on the drive, but he can't get it to go. Knocked loose. Matthews matched up with Harden. Rockets have the ball. Harden lobs it up. Takes stock of the floor. Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Smith. Harden with the basketball. 5-point game. To P.J. Tucker. 4-3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Barnes to Dennis Smith Jr. Nothing going here on that drive. Smith to Barnes. Short jumper won't go down.
He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Shot for James Harden. Not that time. Into the front court comes Smith. Leads 5. Matthews to Luka Doncic. From the painted area, won't go down.
And Ed, these are the kind of games that haunt you when you're on your team bus and you're scrolling through social media and you see all the memes being made about you, all the clips being done about all your missed shots. That can only get you motivated to get back in the gym and get ready for the next one.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Smith to Jordan. Shot from the lane won't go. Mullins defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Now it's Harden controlling the offense. Fires the 3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Smith now into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Jordan. Nothing going here on that drive. DeAndre Jordan. Capella's on him. Here comes the screen. Matthews. That's how you defend. To Harden. Ah, the monster stuff.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Harden. For 3. Not that time. Matthews, defended by Tucker. To Harrison Barnes. To Dennis Smith Jr. Screen coming. A lot of contact. No whistle. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
Gordon with it. Lead is 2. To Harden. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. And look out.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete, and it's deadlocked. All tied up. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the 4th quarter. And they made a heck of a run to get back in this game. And here we are, all tied up.
And Ed, just because the game is happening at 1,000 miles per hour doesn't mean that the team participating in it needs to play at 1,000 miles per hour. They are way more composed in the 3rd quarter.
And now Houston has the basketball. Carter Williams. That's what you'd like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Harris with it. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
To Brunson.
Ice.
Hey, left.
Shot clock winding down. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Carter Williams with it up top. His group now down 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Marquise Chris. deep right corner. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Harris with it. Looking to make something happen.
Defense, let's go.
To Jordan. Rockets come up with it. Gerald Green. And he'll go to the foul line.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
Misses the first. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Mavericks with the basketball. Probing the defense. Barea matched up with James Ennis. Going to launch beyond the arc. Carter Williams with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Oh, he had him there for a second. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw up and good. A 3-point play. It's back to a 1-point game. Dallas owns the basketball. To Barnes. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Carter Williams. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Luka Doncic. Can't connect from inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. The drive by Gordon, but he can't finish.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Barnes. To Brunson. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Lets it fly from long range. He's got it for 3.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Houston takes over. Nothing going here on that drive. Changes coming from both sides right now. Here's Barea. His team on top by 8. To Luka Doncic. Barnes. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Won't go down. Harris with it. He'll run the offense. To Luka Doncic. Short jumper stays out. The follow won't go either.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Deep left corner. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. And strokes it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
It's Rockets ball. From long range. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Now we get a call for reaching in. Intentional foul. That means free throws with under a minute to go in the game.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Doncic.
Sit him down, ice, ice, ice.
Down low to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Harden lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Barea defended by Eric Gordon. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Harden. Tough shot. He hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
The victory to the Mavericks as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on...
The Mavericks won this game after a close finish. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks. The Rockets are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Smith read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2.